I just put the key on the on position and all of my warning lights came on and off, all of this, so they're working. Truck has to be on for the in-cab gas, okay? It has to be on for the in-cab, so you can see all the gauges working. So lights, dimmer, four-ways, turbo gauge, coolant temperature gauge right now is about 130 below 210, so it's working well. Oil pressure gauge is between 30 and 60, is working well. DF fuel just under half is working well. RPM, so 600. Idle range is 600 to 900, so it's working well. This is the odometer, speedometer. When you're on the road, you see it's working. Fuel gauge is full, and I have right here brake pressure gauge. Brake pressure gauge right here. Primary tank, secondary tank. They're about 105 each, about 80 and below 145, so they're working well.
What's that one over there?
This one here?
On the bottom.
DF fuel. Diesel exhaust fuel gauge. It's a special fuel. Okay. So, I have your speedometer. Fuel gauge is full. I have brake pressure gauge right here. And I have primary tank, secondary tank. I just went through that. They're about 100 each. Above 80 and below 145. On the operating range, which is correct, is working well. Tractor brake, trailer brake. Differential lock, auxiliary. Traction control system, suspension, fifth wheel slide, entertainment. Two things I have to make sure that work here. My defrost, hot. My fan is working all the levels for the defrost. My fan is working on all the levels for the heat. Make sure you go back to AC because it's working. Trailer handbrake. Sleeper fan. My wipers. The wipers are working, the blades are not damaged, and the fluid is coming out. It's working also on all of the steps. Right here, engine brake. My steering. Three things about the steering. My steering is secure. Free play is acceptable, and it responds all the way to the left. It responds all the way to the right. And make sure that you look that it responds all the way. Both ways. City horn, highway horn, indicator, left, right, and high beam. This is sleeper light, cargo light. Clutch, brake, accelerator, my shifter. The S, I do the S. Follow this pattern all the way here. I'm done with this. All of my mirrors are clean, they're adjusted, not damaged, they're secure. My windshield not damaged. My windows go up and down, and my door opens and closes, sir, please. Thank you. My seat is staying in place. It is adjustable. It goes up and down, and my seat belt is not damaged, it's not frayed, it's not cut, and it works properly, it buckles properly right here, sir. And the tether belt is working well. I have three emergency items, sir. My fire extinguisher on my left, first aid kit up there, and I have a box of triangles right there, sir. And I have 6 items here on my permit book. I have right here, I have my log, ownership, insurance, sir, CVOR, the annual inspection certificate, which matches this, and schedule. As you can see, it's a lot of grease to show that I've been working hard. I'm just kidding. Alright. Okay, so I have those items right there, 6 items. Now I'm going to perform the air brake tests. First, the ministry they may ask, sir, can you do air brake system leak test? Sir, for the air brake system leak test, I'm going to do this, open the window. My wheels are short, my vehicle is secure. I release these brakes during the... Okay, so this is what you do, okay? The ministry, okay? Sir, my vehicle is secure. He asks you to do the air brake system leak test. Then I just release the brakes. Just jerk off. Put the key on the on position and you hear it go like this.
Oh, nice.
Sir, I don't hear any leaks outside. See, it's not obvious. I don't hear any leaks outside, sir. And then you go like this. Nothing. Sir, I don't hear any leaks outside, and I am on the normal operating range of pressure of about 90 right now, which is between 90 and 100. So now, sir, if I had audible leak test, I would do an air loss rate test, which I'm going to do right now. My pressure is stabilized at 90. Make sure you have a watch with you or timer. I'm going to hold it for a minute now. I'm going to time it for a minute. I should not lose more than 4 psi in a minute. So I'm timing it for a minute now. It should not be lower than 4 psi, which is very little. So you wait for a minute. Make sure you have a timer, exactly 1 minute. Those two. Sir, a minute just went by. I did not lose more than 4 psi. Make sure that after you apply that, and then you go to the schedule one. I'll have the schedule one. Okay, then you go to the schedule one and go like this. Okay, air brake system, which is number 1. So go like this. Sir, if I have an audible, first minor defect. I have an audible leak, sir. It's a minor defect. I advise the operator for maintenance inspection report. I'm allowed to drive. I have to fix it before the next trip. Major defects. Air loss rate exceeds prescribed limit. Sir, if the air loss rate exceeds prescribed limit, sir, is a major defect. I advise the operator from a done inspection report. I'm not allowed to drive. The truck is out of service. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Now that test is done. So I said, sir, I said, can you do the lower warning device, sir? For the lower warning device, my vehicle has to be secure. My pressure must be between 90 and 100. I have to emphasize every time you do a test on which it requires the brake to be released, you have to apply it. If you don't, you may fail the whole thing. Okay, so I have to make sure that. Don't worry, I'm going to repeat this many times in the next 2 or 3 months for you guys. So now, sir, my pressure has to be between 90 and 100. For the lower warning device, I'm going to bring the pressure down to with my pedal here. I'm going to fan the brake and see how, my lower warning device, sir, activated just below 60, which is about 55 psi, so it's working well. Then you go to the schedule one and go like this. Lower warning, I don't have any minor defect for that, just a major defect. Lower warning system fails or system is activated, sir. It's a major defect. I advise the operator, my done inspection report. I'm not allowed to drive, the truck is out of service. Then it says, sir, can you do the air pressure build-up time test? Sir, the air pressure build-up time is between 85 and 100 psi, should not exceed 2 minutes. For that, I bring it down to 80, bring it down between 60 and 100, 80, and then I'm ready with a watch with a timer. When it goes by 85, I'm going to time it and see how long it takes from 85 to 100 psi, which should not exceed 2 minutes. Sir, just timing it right now. I just went through 85 and see how long it takes from 85 to 100. It should not take more than 2 minutes. Sir, the pressure just reached 100. It took 25 seconds, and then it goes. Okay, so minor defect. A slower pressure build-up rate is a minor defect. I advise the operator from a daily inspection report. I'm allowed to drive. I have to fix it before the next trip, and there's no major defects on that, sir. Fine, that's one done. So 3. Now 4th, sir, can you explain to me how do you do the tractor protection valve test? Sir, to do the tractor protection valve, my pressure has to be between 90 and 100, normal operating range, and I'm going to red out, yellow in, sir, or you know what, you may go first. You're going to disconnect the blue line. Disconnect the blue line.
Disconnect
put
the
it,
blue line.
Put it in a place where you can see it on here. Then coming inside here, the truck is off, the key on the on position, the pressure has to be between 90 and 100. Red out, yellow in. And then you're going, just disconnect the blue line. I have to, again, put it in a place where you can hear, listen to it, or hear it and see it and hear it, and they go like this. Sir, I disconnected my blue line and I released the brake from my service brake, and I disconnected my blue line, which is the service brake. I do not hear any air coming from my line, and I just step on the service brake, so the tractor protection valve is working, sir. Don't forget, you have to apply after every test. You have to apply the brake. Do not leave it released. Then you go. It's going like this. Okay, so inoperative towing vehicle. Okay, no minor defects, only major. Inoperative towing vehicle tractor protection system, sir, is a major defect. I advise the operator for a daily special report. I'm not allowed to drive the truck as out of service. They're clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now the other one is automatic spring brake application. They don't ask you the ministry, and that's for the one for inoperative service, parking, or emergency brake. I'm going to show you how. This is called the automatic spring brake application. Sir, the automatic spring brake application has to activate in between 20 and 45 psi. And for that, I find the brake. Watch what happens to these buttons when it goes really low. About 25, close to 20. Out. They're both out, right? That's called the automatic spring brake application. It's a safety issue. To make sure that if you don't have any problem with the brake, something is happening, you lose air, they're gonna pump out, you can save your life out there. Spring brakes, okay?